This is my project. I have opened it in IDE. Now I will show the topology that I have made in topology that I have made in using Mininet. My topology comprises of 3 switches and 3 hosts. Each one have unique ID. You can view the topology from here, and I made one switch as a server and other 2 switches as a client. So the function of my project is to get the statistics of all the devices in a topology, and then all the ports with connected to the devices. So this is my major code. I have used device service, which is a service provided by ONOS, to get first of all the devices. From this screen you can see that, and after getting all the devices, I fetch all the ports connected to all of my devices, and I pass from their IP addresses, and after that I fetch all the bytes that have been received and sent using these ports. So this is one time operation. In order to make it like continuous, I uh, uh, I activated that function and used the other chunk of the code that I'm going to show you now. This code, basically in this code I used the function and put it in the infinite loop with the run function, which gets all the bytes continuously, and also I converted the bytes from bytes to MBs in order to be it in order that so that it can be viewed by the user or by the person who is using the application, because in bytes the data was not visible. It was in like very minute digits, so I converted into MBs. Now this is how that I made the topology. In the topology, first of all, I passed the address of the local host from where I have installed the ONOS in order to connect it with my topology. Then in my topology, there are 3 hosts from this H1, H2, H3, and 3 switches S1, S2, and S3. And I added the switches and hosts together and created the link, and I mm, started the network, and then I ran the CLI, and then I stopped the network in order to make the connections. Now the next thing is like the command that I have used. First of all, I used the maven clean install command. Basically it cleans all the previous builds, and it like it cleans the previous build and it rebuilds your code, and then it gives you the OAR file, which is the file that is needed to deploy the application or the code in ONOS. So I am running this command again, and now my build is successful. From here you can see, and it has returned me the OAR file with the name of my application. And this OAR file I will deploy it into ONOS using the command that I will show you now. And here I have specified the name of the name and the path, and from this command I will deploy the OAR file into the ONOS. And this is the screen of my ONOS, and from here you can see that the traffic is being generated and it is receiving, and this is the GUI of ONOS, and from this GUI it is clear that my app has been deployed over here. Now I will generate some traffic using iperf command, and for creating 3 windows I will use xterm command, and it will open the 3 windows. Now from iperf command I will generate the traffic. From iperf minus s I will make one switch, one node as in server and other two nodes as in client, and using the IP addresses I will generate the traffic from client towards servers. 10.0.0.1 was the IP address of my server. Now I will generate the traffic. The traffic would be generated for 10 seconds, and this is my application, and from here it is being verified that traffic is being generated and my application is returning the port statistics. So traffic is generated for 10 seconds, and it has the statics are showing the data was like 9.3 GB, and for the other switch it was like 8.67 GB per second. And that is all for my final term project. My app is working fine. Thank you.